Hello, welcome to Writing Lyrics. I'm Olive DelSol, and I'm glad to be here with you today. We're going to start today out with a mindfulness moment. So if you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes now. And if you're seated, just relax your muscles. Take a moment to roll your shoulders, straighten your spine, and put your feet flat on the floor. Take a natural breath in. And exhale slowly. Go ahead and take another couple natural breaths. Imagine on your next inhale that you can smell rain in the air. Crocus and grape hyacinth speckle the field with blues and indigos. You wrap your jacket just a bit tighter to fight the last breaths of winter's north wind. You can feel life fluttering and stirring from its frost-covered slumber. Cold mist filters onto your face from the low-hanging, overcast sky. Looking up to the horizon, you spot a distant bell tower. You'll start walking towards the bell tower, and the wind freezes the mist into sleet needles that prickle your skin. Your footsteps crackle the frozen grasses around the base of the tower. You can see a rough rope hanging from the massive brass bell above you. Your hands grasp the raw, twisted rope, and you pull with all your weight and energy. When you hear the bell toll, you feel a deep inner peace. Serenity and calm radiates in the field as the sunlight streams all through the clouds. Time stops as the reverberation of the bell echoes over the landscape. Welcome to Writing Lyrics. Today we'll talk about sense-based imagery and writing from your senses. Our senses are how we experience the world around us. In the meditation today, you might have noticed the sense-based imagery of the sleet needles or the raw, twisted rope. Using your senses will help listeners relate to your lyrics. Can you choose which sentence has more sense-based imagery? A, he raced his bike down the street. Or B, the wind rushed through his hair as he raced his bike down the street. B, that second sentence, where the wind is rushing through his hair, adds sense-based imagery to that sentence. Let's try that again. Choose which one of the next two sentences has more sense-based imagery. A, they ate potato chips next to the lake. Or B, they crunched salty potato chips next to the gently lapping lake. The crunch is a physical experience, salt is a taste experience, and gently lapping is an audio experience. So go ahead and grab a pen or pencil and some paper, and we'll get a chance to practice sense-based writing with 5 minutes of object writing. Object writing will pitch you either a thing, a place, or a character, and give you a chance to use your imagination and memories to write for only 5 short minutes. Today, since we're focusing on sense-based imagery, use your senses and focus on your senses. Try to keep your pen moving, uncritically allowing your writing to flow. It's okay to change topics if the original prompt relates to something else you'd like to write. Use the senses of hearing, of touch, of taste, of smell. Your prompt for this 5-minute object writing is ocean. You have about 1 more minute left to write. Don't forget to add sense-based imagery. Touch, taste, smell, sight, and sound. All right, folks. So that is the end of our first writing prompt. So finish your sentence and take a look at your writing and underline and circle some of your favorite words or phrases that you wrote. You can save the phrases that you underlined for a writing prompt after this lesson is over. Go ahead and read one of the phrases that you chose out loud. Here's a few of my favorite phrases from this prompt. Bubbling, briny froth. And breakers crash on monumental reefs and rocks. Beautiful, so full of life. You might find that it's easier to write about some senses than others. Much writing revolves around describing the sight or sound of an object, but the other senses are really worth it to explore. Kinetic movement, like that an athlete, like a skier or a diver, can feel how their body moves through the air or water. Body reflexes, like shivering or butterflies in the stomach. It can be very powerful to add taste and smell when you're practicing sense-based writing. So let's tap into our sense of smell for the next object writing prompt. If it's possible, get a jar of cinnamon or another household item that has a distinct smell for this next exercise. Okay, so take a sniff of the cinnamon. How would you describe it? Is there anything it reminds you of? You have 5 minutes for this object writing prompt. Be sure to keep as many senses engaged as you follow your intuition. have a couple minutes left. Just remember to try to use senses that you might not use. All right, 30 more seconds left. All right, go ahead and wrap up your last sentence for the cinnamon object writing prompt. So take a moment and underline some of your favorite words or phrases in your object writing for cinnamon. You can save these phrases and use these as well for a new writing prompt after this lesson is over. So read one or a few of these phrases out loud. So some of my phrases from this writing were spicy magic, the spice markets of Marrakesh, the fine dust of raw ochre dances on my palate, and cinnamon bliss. I wrote this prompt a few times, and every time I get something a little different. Some of my favorite writing from this prompt earlier was, "This desert has a scent, a spice baked by a million suns. I'm floating on the scents of cinnamon, wrapping me in the comfort of holiday cookies and breads." Let's reflect on writing lyrics today. What was successful for you? What was challenging for you? Take 90 seconds to jot a quick note or sketch about your experience and how you feel about it. All right, 30 seconds left for your drawing or Okay. So time's up for your sketch or reflection. And that's all for this lesson. I want to thank you for exercising your creativity and using sense-based imagery in object writing. If you would like to dig deeper on this topic, I recommend Writing Better Lyrics by Pat Pattison. And I'll see you next time for word mashups.